Alright, y'all, I'm back with another amazing recipe. I finally got my hands on some lobster mushrooms. Can you believe it? I've been wanting to try these mushrooms for so long. I guess you could say lobster mushrooms are kind of a rarity to find these days, but you could just manifest anything. And voila, now I got lobster mushrooms. If you're in Chicago, I got these lobster mushrooms from 4 Star Mushrooms. Okay, and they were literally down the street from my restaurant. So crazy. This whole time they've been there. And I was just looking on their website and I saw that they had lobster mushrooms. So I'm like, oh, yep, of course I got to get these with my regular batch. I always get oyster mushrooms and as well as lion's mane. These mushrooms are a little more firmer than your average mushroom. They also come straight from the ground, just like any other mushroom. So they might have a little dirt on them. You just want to make sure you brush them off to clean them. You don't have to drench them in water. Just simply take a little brush off the dirt. Make sure you get it all off in between those crevices. And then you can wipe it off with a paper towel too. So today I'm going to be making a penne pasta Alfredo with these lobster mushrooms. And the penne pasta that I'm going to be using is actually chickpea pasta because we want to get that little boost of extra protein. To start it off, I'm just going in with some vegan butter and some onions, and I also threw in a little bit of garlic. So I'm actually gonna saute my mushrooms first because, like I said, they're a little bit more firmer than your average mushroom. You can also pre-boil these if you want them to be a little softer too. The seasoning that I'm going to be using is my favorite Kendo Spice. You guys always hear me talk about this seasoning. I love it so much, especially this Ocean's Essence because it already has nori flakes. It also has sea moss, ashwagandha. It has a lot of helpful herbs in the seasoning, so you do not need Old Bay. Please replace your Old Bay with Kendo Spice immediately. And as you see the seasoning going on the mushrooms, they already look good. Like when you could see the seasoning and the specks within, like you already know it's gonna be good. So now I'm going in with my lobster mushrooms, and this was my first time making these. I would definitely suggest cutting them up much smaller, but yeah, I just went in with the mushrooms like this. I definitely could have cut them up smaller, but they still turned out good. Just took a little bit longer to cook, but yeah, definitely smaller pieces is recommended. Go ahead and mix all of that up on your mushrooms, and we're just gonna let this saute on medium heat. And once again, it's just some garlic, some vegan butter. It already smells so good, especially with her seasonings on this. It just smells so amazing. So these are probably going to take about a good 10 minutes just to get soft and cook. I probably should have pre-boiled them, but I had a little time today, so it didn't matter. And plus, like I said, this is my first time making them, so I did know that you could just saute them, but the smaller the pieces, see, don't be like me trying to break them up like that. I was too thirsty to cook them, but it's all good. They're gonna turn out amazing. If only you guys could smell this aroma right now. The garlic, the onions. I mean, you already know those two things paired together are so amazing. So I got some fresh parsley. I'm going in with that just for a color pop. And I'm just gonna let these saute for a couple of minutes. Alright, they're just about done, so I'm just going to remove them from the pan. And don't you dare wash that pan out, okay? All of the seasonings and everything is going to be in the bottom of that pan, all the flavor. We're just going to go right in with our vegan heavy whipping cream. You can find this at some Whole Foods. You can also find this, I find it mostly at Pete's and then also Restaurant Depot. Then I'm going in with some vegan Parmesan cheese that's grated. The shredded works fine too. So I'm just going to whisk that together. And once again, all that flavor that we had at the bottom from sauteing those mushrooms are going to be incorporated into this sauce. I'll put Cajun seasoning in just about anything. So this is just going to help balance out the other flavors. The Kendo Spice does not contain any salt, so you can definitely add the salt to your liking, or you can add it, or you can not add it. It's up to you. So that's another reason why I really love that seasoning spice, because it does not have salt. Now, when you're making your Alfredo sauce, you definitely want to keep it on a low medium heat and keep whisking it until it gets nice and thick. Alright, and we're only making a little bit for one serving, but once you start to feel that it's thickening up, it's ready. I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese, and I'm going to give it a little taste. Yep, it's tasting good. It's tasting good. And I just went in with a little bit more. Alright, keep whisking until you feel that it's becoming nice and thick, or as my old chef used to say, until it's nappe, which is basically when the sauce coats the back of the spoon. Alright, I just threw in some asparagus, and I also threw in my cooked penne pasta. You're going to save a ton of time if you already have this pasta pre-cooked. So all I had to do was just throw it in my sauce. Also, my asparagus was raw too, and I like my asparagus a little tender, so I don't worry about cooking it before I throw it in. It's going to cook as it's blending in with all the other ingredients. All right, next we just tossed in our prepared lobster mushrooms, and we're just going to stir it all around, incorporate it. I threw some more Kendo Spice seasoning because this, you can never have too much of this. I'm telling you, like, this seasoning and this dish paired so well, so well. I love how it brings out the seafood flavor that I want when I'm making these kinds of dishes. First bite, yes, too good, too good. Y'all, just look how creamy this sauce is. Like, first of all, I love Alfredo, and this was hitting so hard. These mushrooms look so beautiful. Once again, I got these from 4-Star Mushrooms. I'll be sure to leave the company name below. I don't know if they ship, but I know that if you're in Chicago, you can come get these. So definitely give this recipe a try and let me know what you think. I cannot wait to see what other dishes I can come up with to incorporate these mushrooms in.